Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. So right, I'm going to be reviewing like a drama romance movie. Okay, I guess this is what you want to call this, I guess. And okay, the romance part is what gets me here. Like, okay, I was never keen on these types of movies to begin with. But excuse me if I'm trying to give this a shot anyway. And yes, it's one of these more modern day horror movies. Okay. Technically, it's not a horror, but it might as well be because that was the end of it, I guess. But it was completely unintentional. It was completely unintentional. What do I mean? Because the writing in this movie is just god awful. I'm just saying that right off the bat. The writing is just god awful. Ugh. I mean, this entire story is a mess. Okay, it's technically a romance drama movie. At the end of the day, that's what this is. This is the movie I'm referring to right here. This right here, folks. And this movie actually got some praise from a lot of people, calling it brilliant. It's breathtaking and whatnot. Like, really? This is what you call a brilliant movie? Like a masterpiece? It's a masterpiece of shit, maybe, but because you're trying to empower women and whatnot, which in itself doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Don't be thinking I'm just gonna hate train because women mad. Nah. I am not Kevin Swanson because he's definitely sexist, right? And yeah, just throwing it out there. Anyway, okay, I don't want to be the one to be saying this, but okay, I'm just gonna say this real quick, okay? But I don't hate Tyler Perry, right? I think he just did a fantastic job to make a career out of himself. He did some stage play. I know he's popular because of the character Medea and whatnot. That's fine. He's definitely he has his own pursuit and he want to make his own happiness. That's fun, that's fantastic, right? He was able to do what he wanted and made a living out of himself. That's right. That's great. And he's known for this character. And no, I don't hate him for cross-dressing, drag queen, whatever you can call this. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care if you want to do that. I would support his right to do all that, all right? I mean, I do have the sinking suspicion that he might be part of the LGBT plus community, but that's a different story. I mean, to each their own, I guess. So I'm not gonna make this rant video just to throw some shade on him. Okay, that's not the point here. Okay, just saying. Just whatever you fudge about. Mr. Monkey, just go and get a job. Okay, I don't care how late this is. I told you to get a job. God. Anyway. Okay, let's just get this over. Let's talk about the plot. Okay, Wow. Anyway, enough for the introduction, I suppose. So what's going on is that the main character, this couple, they're struggling, of course. They met each other when they were really young, and yes, there's a point to this. They met each other when they were really, really young. Melinda and Robert, and he just comes off like he's really okay. He's trying to help her out so much, even though they had kind of had a bad start, and that's kind of where the bad writing comes into play. Right from the get go, she just came off like a total bitch right from the start. I know I get the idea that she's supposed to be like this strong woman and whatnot. She's determined and confident, which in itself is fine. But from the very get go, literally from the very first minute she's on screen, I'm like, oh my god, I can't stand this character already. Mind you, it's by mistake. This was kind of a clumsy way for introducing the characters because he just accidentally bumped into her and whatnot because he dropped all the papers that she was working on and he wanted to give her the papers back. Mind this was on a rainy day and whatnot. And so the papers he was holding he got wet, so he wouldn't give it to her anyway. I mean, I don't know why he would, but I guess he was just trying to be a gentleman like, but what do I know, right? But anyway, but of course, she's just acting like a complete asshole and to get on his case for that and whatnot. Like it was his fault. But anyway, he just had to help her out because of the papers of this. Because it was this teacher, this professor that he knows personally and whatnot, and he's like really strict and whatnot. So we pretty much start from there, and from that point on, oh, he's so sweet, oh, he's so handsome, he's so cute, blah 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 blah, and all that jazz. So all of a sudden, he is her is her lover because she finds him cute and whatnot. But again, the point here is that this film introduces that this still really really young, and yeah, you can pretty guess what's going to happen here is that as they get older, they get bitter, a bit more jaded, and all that jazz, of course. And okay, kind of cliche on that level, but still, you can see what Tyler Perry was trying to get at. Of course, I get it, but okay. Anyway, Mr. Monkey, I told you, and again, go get a job. What is the matter with you? Look, you got issues, you know that. You're a weirdo. Anyway, but the thing is that he's kind of like an entrepreneur, I guess, because he has this whole battery thing that he wants to have a patent and make a ton of money and whatnot. Film does not really go into much detail, into much depth how this works exactly, but the general consensus is that you can just charge the battery once and it will last indefinitely, and that's it. That's like the whole idea. It's the everlasting battery, I guess. And I mean, that's not really a bad idea, but how does this operate really? How does this work exactly? I don't know. The film does not explore this that much, but the bottom line, it's not a bad idea really. But again, I don't know the exact components, how this would operate exactly. But whatever movie. Anyway, it's just more or less just a thing that just to push the plot of what along, which it is. She's not exactly super supportive really. And what? Uh, I mean, okay, yeah, she was at first, at least to some extent, but the character, the I guess the wifey over here, she just gets to yeah, she was at first supporting his idea, his dream, which of course a couple should. But anyway, the idea this goes astray. Again, that's sweet of her. That's sweet. What you voted. But again, the stupid part comes in is that she allowed her family into manipulating her into thinking that she shouldn't support him anymore. So even her, the family, at least her side of the family, they're a bunch of assholes. Well, at least we know that she got the behavior from. I guess that explains it. And I don't even think that was intentional because again, she's supposed to be the victim in all this. She's so sweet and she's so kind and what. But throughout the entire, what I'm trying to get at is that throughout the entire thing, the husband, the movie's trying to make out like he's the asshole, like he's the biggest asshole in the biggest asshole of kingdoms of assholes. Like he's the biggest dickhead. He must be queen. He must well be king dickhead of the kingdom of dickheads at this point because the movie, the narration is trying to paint the picture that he's an awful, awful human. I mean, okay, in the course of the movie, he did some stupid shit, which he did. I'll admit that he did some really, really dumb shit. I will admit that. However, I think the wife is even worse to some extent. Mr. Monkey, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm gonna try to repeat myself. God damn it! And now you're spazzing out. Okay, whatever. Ugh. Anyway, but what I was trying to say is that the husband is supposed to be the villain of the story. But honestly, if you ask from my point of opinion, not that anyone was asking, she's the real villain. Though the movie's trying to portray that she's a heroine, that she can't do no wrong, she's perfect. And even though in the movie she actually admitted she's a bit crazy, cuckoo for cocoa puffs. In the movie, she actually states that she's crazy. Something like with Tyler Perry. What are you trying to get at here? So am I supposed to be rooting for her? In some ways, I feel like what she's doing is worse than what he had done. Again, he's not a perfect character. The husband character did some really stupid shit in the course of the movie. Like I said, he has done that. He has done some really dumb shit in the movie. That's true. But no matter what, give him credit when credit's due. I would say that he's trying to make it through. No matter what bizarre shit that she was trying to throw his way, he's trying to stick it out through and through like any couple should. That's fine. Christ Almighty, she even allowed her own family to suspect him. Really, just downright disrespect him, right in front of him. Not talking behind his back or anything, but literally in their own house too. On top of that, to make this more stupid, in their own house. I mean, really. Ugh, Christ Almighty. Like, no matter what, again, even then, he was trying to make it through anyway. There was even one part of the film where the dumb family members, the relatives, convinced him to take a job offer with them and trying to put so much too much stress on his shoulders. Don't fuck it up. 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 Too much to do so much stress. Put so much on stress on him. And never mind the fact that the wife character, like her behavior isn't odd, like her behavior isn't strange whatsoever. You don't want to call her out or anything. No, she can't do that. No way. She's so sweet and caring. She's still. I mean, granted, yes, she did spend so much money on him, of course, before he made it big. That's true. But still, though, that doesn't give her the right and the other the right to be a fucking dickhead to him. Come on. Making as if that the family has a saying in their relationship. No, they absolutely don't. I mean, I know this kind of thing happens in real life, where the parents or maybe the siblings or somebody from one side of the family, like it could be the wife or husband or whatever, want to sneak into the relationship and have their sayings. And the point being, I know this kind of thing does happen in real life. Don't get me wrong, but my point being is that just back up a little bit. Could you just back up a bit here? Just it's not your business. It's not your business. It's not like one of those situations where you have to but stick your nose in. That's not the case. But point being, again, she's trying to make it out as all like she can't do no wrong. Are you kidding me? Like she's struggling, she's the victim of all this and whatnot. That's just flat out ridiculous. Not the case here. Again, this just goes on with what I said earlier, folks. It's ultimately it's the writing. That's really bad. It's the writing. It's ultimately the writing in this. That's really awful. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's just the writing, how it's done. I mean, I get that Halle Berry's trying to show pain, being emotionally painful, being painful. That's the thing. It's not always physical. Getting hurt is not always physical. You don't always have to get. You don't always have to break a bone. Matter of fact, you don't have to feel physical pain into your life. You feel pain. There is a thing called emotional pain. I understand that's the point of the movie. The the film is trying to express emotional pain. I get that. Okay. But again, this film steps us on its own 2 feet. Yes, he's going through a lot of emotional pain. That happens in a lot of relationships. That actually does. When it comes to marriages, that does happen. I'm not denying that. Okay, that does happen. And this has nothing to do with sexual orientation or gender identity. Of course not. Just kind of reflecting on what I was saying earlier. This has nothing to do with that. Because either way, that can still happen. But here's the thing, though. A lot of this is because of her. So we overreact a lot of stuff. I just wish that this could have been done so much better, of course. I mean, yes, romantic stuff isn't really my thing anyway, because I don't care for romantic stuff anyway. Okay, romantic drama, if you will. A romantic drama. But anyway, in the end, that doesn't matter if I'm a fan of it or not. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter because ultimately, you can still make it good anyway. You can still make it good regardless. With the right skill, with the right skill set, of course, when it comes to these movies and whatnot, it doesn't matter if I'm a fan of it. You can still make it good regardless, of course. It just depends on the execution and whatnot. It just comes off as though Tyler Perry just knew that people were just going to watch the movie anyway, regardless. And that's exactly what happened. People watch this regardless, even if the quality isn't particularly good whatsoever. I just didn't think that this was going to be. I mean, okay, I didn't have any expectations, okay? And come to think of it, I didn't review a Tyler Perry movie before this. I don't think I ever have, actually. All these years I've been on YouTube, I've never reviewed any of these movies at all. This probably would be the first time I've actually reviewed one of these movies. And I am not impressed whatsoever. I mean, yes, there's a reason I've avoided reviewing his movies for so damn long. And it's because I was never interested in stuff anyway. I mean, I've tried to sit through some of these. I've tried, okay? It couldn't hold my attention for that long, really. I just find them so damn boring. Yeah, I mean, this is no different. It's boring, but if anything, it's more frustrating than anything. I love that plot points happen just for contrivances, just for contrived reasons, just to move the plot forward. A character or two or three, four, or maybe five, probably dumb as shit just to move the plot along. That's it. Because the Tyler Perry couldn't figure out a way to move the plot along, along with the situations without having the characters be dumb as fuck. Christ. Like the whole job thing I was referring to earlier, where the wife's family gave him just some kind of delivery job, putting so much pressure on him to do this immediately. He had to do it in a certain time and a certain place, which fair enough, or they would lose everything. And what does he do? He agrees to everything. And he seems to be doing a-okay at first. And what does his stupid ass does? He messes it up and goes on a different route anyway because the plot needed him. So none of this comes off natural whatsoever. And then, Mr. Monkey, what are you doing? I'm sick of your shit. What do you have there? Well, what is this? Oh, you have the movie? Hey, you're not supposed to have that. Hey, Alfred, can you help me out here? I need some assistance right here. Was this character intentionally written as a psychopath? It comes off like it, unless I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. Again, the writing is terrible. Okay, I'm not going to exactly say that this was the worst film ever made because that would be an exaggeration. So I'm going to refuse to say that this is the worst film I've ever reviewed on this channel because far from it. I can say the production value is pretty good. I can say it's well edited. The editing is actually pretty good. And I mean, not that this film would win any awards for editing by any means, not that it should anyway, but it is competently made. There is a way to choreograph this type of movies. Of course, the way it's choreographed is nicely done. It's really nicely made. It's nicely put together. I can say that. Some of the acting is actually not that bad though. Some of the acting is actually quite decent enough. Actually, I'll give the movie that. Like some of the acting is actually quite decent. The camera angles are pretty good. The camera angles are really nice as well. Again, not that it would win any awards for this stuff, but it's decent enough. I'll give it that. But so on a production level, on a technical level, it's well made. I'll give the movie that. It's well lit. The movie's very well lit. The lighting is really good and whatnot. So all that is really nicely done. I'll give the movie props for that on a technical level. So on a technical level, it's well made. It really is. And the sound quality is really good. But that's as far as compliments I'll give it. It's just the story, the way the story is executed. It was just ass. Okay, it was just total ass. Oh, that was so bad. Christ Almighty. Ugh. Why does this movie need to exist? I don't know. I have no idea as to why this needed to exist whatsoever. So, okay, I don't know. Whatever. So anyway, just how I don't understand how this movie need to be done in such a way. I mean, yes, of course, when it comes to relationships, of course it can be really difficult. Of course, it can be hard to maintain. That's true. It doesn't, and especially have you involved in it. Am I supposed to think that her side of family is toxic, like she is? Is that what it is? I mean, yes, you are who you hang out well with. Yes, your toxic behaviors could come from your own family. If you hang around with your family too much and your family is too toxic, you could get their traits without even realizing that at first. Am I supposed to think that? Is that what happened here? We're not really getting much of a backstory on her, really. So I don't know. Maybe her immediate family. Maybe her immediate family are a bunch of toxic bastards, and that's where she got it from. I don't know. Is this the best you come up with? Seriously, this? This could have worked actually. I guess if anything, this that pisses me off is that this could have worked. It needs more fleshing out, maybe. But still, maybe I don't know. I feel like this could have worked somehow. Okay, I got this. I got this. I bought this movie used. Okay, I bought this movie used out of sheer spite because I'm a petty asshole. I guess. Does that make me toxic? I guess maybe. I don't know. I'm just an asshole. I guess maybe. Anyway, this has gone way too long. It is. This has been what 20 minutes already. It is. Whatever. Movie blows. Yeah, the thing is that I bought this used, like I just said a moment ago, and then I'm going to take it to some used place like Rasputin and make money off of the movie. Which means title pairs like the money itself. Does it make me hypocritical? I don't know, maybe. the woman character, she gets mad at the husband for whatever stupid reason, I guess. I mean, I can't blame the guy for having dreams, of course, and that's the thing. Of course, there are couples out there where the husband or boyfriend or whatever does have dreams. He does have aspirations. He wants to become the next best thing and whatnot. That does happen. That does make the movie pretty realistic, of course. That does happen. That's fine. I don't mind if the movie is having one of the characters, maybe two of the characters, but at least one of the characters has a dream to become this next best thing. I mean, the husband character was technically an inventor, I guess, I suppose. But okay, you can't blame him for wanting to do this kind of thing. That's fine. That's a good detail. I'll give the director that. That's a really good detail there. Really. Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's just it seems really weird if you ask me. It just seems it's so melodramatic. It's so melodramatic and whatnot. And just yeah, I can see why some people didn't like this. Yeah, some people actually didn't like this movie really. And yeah, I guess I would be one of those people. Uh, so this also comes off like a revenge story, and at least that's the vibe I'm getting. This also comes off like a revenge type of a story. Am I reading too much into that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is a revenge story, I guess. And he just comes off like she's worse than he is because she comes off like she comes off a total dickhead. So am I supposed to believe that everybody in the movie is a total asshole? Like everyone? Is this one of those movies where all the villains are against each other? Again, I don't know. The writing's so terrible. I'm getting the sense that this is supposed to be empowering, a very empowering movie and whatnot, which I don't mind, folks. I don't mind that. Don't be thinking that I'm having an issue with strong female leads. I'm fine with that. I've seen a lot of good movies on this channel where there's a strong female lead, so I'm totally okay with that. I'm fine with having a strong female lead. I have no issues with that. Again, it's just the execution of it. It's just the way it's done. Again, I keep regurgitating the same thing already. I'm repeating myself. It's the writing. It's the writing. The writing. The writing. The writing. It's the writing. Anyway, that'll be it. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, I'm just done already. Let's end this. I'll give this Novaval rating of a 4.8 out of 10. It gets a 4.8 out of 10 for me. As always, thanks for watching. See ya. Oh yeah, later. That's it. I'm going to win these right now. Who's coming with me? Ugh, I just wasted about 2 hours on this shit. God, whatever.